Alrighty, everybody. It is time for ATM versus Ascend VR, the finals. Not winner takes all, but winner takes more.
Winner takes more for sure. And more is what you're going to be getting. More VR, more vertical shift. We're going to be headed straight into this match. I hope you're excited for grand finals as we get started. These teams are ready to go, and we are starting now with the perspective of Ascend VR.
One up crit, taking on the lobby flank side. Looks like that's going to be, I already know what he's doing. He's playing that role that Linkmaster did a little bit while ago of being just sneaky, looking to be a little bit of support. They already got 2 players down on one of the teams. Looks like the blue. Red team, ATM already, that was a 20-second round, 1 point up for ATM.
Yeah, absolutely great work by ATM getting into that corner and noticing the lone person. You see that overextension by Mellow Mike gets himself tagged. So now Ramen Noodles and Upgrade are going to have to make up for it. But no, he doesn't get the tag, unfortunately. So, but no, both teams on Ascend are free and they are moving around. And we have one person down on each team.
Absolutely. We already got players coming back up and down again. These tags and retags that we know come across a lot of other teams. You know, every round it's just over and over. I tag you, you get untagged, back and forth, back and forth. So it's whoever executes that quicker typically gets that round in these higher levels.
Nah, it's been absolutely great. We see Wormhole Alien right now puppy dogging the team of Ascend VR, and it's been a great just dog pile in this middle, just back and forth tagging, and we'll be able to see whether or not they'll be able to keep going with it.
Absolutely. We get Emmanuel getting down by 1 up. It looks like he's tagged in the center area there. We got 2 down on Ascend as well. It's again, this pressure's coming out. That round immediately was really quick in the beginning, but it looks like Ascend immediately knew how to change their pacing to try and at least let the rounds last longer.
Yeah, Ascend out here, gosh, this is a lot of tagging going on in between these teams. It doesn't seem like anyone's really able to move at the moment, but they're trying their best to try to get this advantage and pull through. ATM currently does have a point, and if they just goes through this back and forth, we'll see where that takes them.
Absolutely. Again, it went from a 20-second round to a minute round now we just passed.
Yeah, it's been a minute round between them, and it's getting even longer by the second. These teams are showing exactly how good it needs to be able to play. They're not giving the opponent an inch. ATM has been dominant. Ooh, 2 members down right now on Ascend. Does Ramen Noodle get the free? He does not. Yes, he does. 1 member free right now. Will they get the other member of Ascend?
This is truly, I think, an example of just the battle, like the grand final battle between each other. Just all of the energy is just exerting itself like early on to this game. People are diving each other. The tags are going back and forth. I bet the calls are going crazy. It's just the energy and movement is so
it's just so enthralling just be wrapped in this energy and watching them play back and forth. Like, it's great to see these great movement coming out of these players and seeing what they're able to do as they push through.
Absolutely. You see Mellow Mike taking that high ground. We talked about that earlier, about how the high ground is so much more important. We do now have 3-0 on the board for ATM versus Ascend. If it is a 10-0, it's not going to be a fast one.
No, absolutely. Ascend VR is not taking it easy. Mellow Mike out here getting caught by himself again, and he's going to have to be saved by his teammates if he want to get back into this.
Absolutely, and again, it's the overextension, but the problem is when it's teams this, the overextension rate becomes tighter and tighter the higher up in skill, so you got to stay closer to your teammates the more you go up in levels of skill.
Yeah, as you play more difficult players and you play more difficult opponents, you're going to have to change how you attack and how your movement happens. Like, if you look at Wormhole Alien right now, he is using his zips very well and changing how it looks like he'll be approaching. It never looks like where he is going is actually where he is going.
Absolutely, and that's kind of a trick I remember. It was like juggling your zips. This could be a point for Ascend to actually get. All they got to do is get ATM down, and they were super close, but again, everyone's already back up, so it doesn't even matter.
No, absolutely great work by ATM freeing up their teammates, and there we have 2 more down, but it doesn't seem like it's working. We will see what member on Ascend VR is going to be able to get in and put down the ATM, because they get these unfreeze and they
get it.
Oh no! It's just a back and forth between these teams trying to get it, and it seems like no team is really able to take that advantage. ATM's currently trying to get through and not be tagged and be down all the time, but Ascend VR is not making it easy.
Hey, really, again, we're about halfway through the game timer with only 4 points, all 4 of them going to ATM. I feel like Ascend, either their best case scenario is realizing the other team's ATM's weakness and then just thriving upon it as much as they can the second half of this game.
Nah, it's definitely. Oh, 2 members down. So it seems like the difference between Ascend VR and ATM is that ATM has a much better strategy or much better technique in unfreezing their opponent. We saw the instant Ascend VR had 2 members down that ATM was able to capitalize on it and get that win. But we saw several times Ascend VR get 2 ATM members down and they weren't able to capitalize it.
Absolutely, and it's just, again, it's the battle of the best support.
It really is, yeah. Who is able to unfreeze your team better? Is it Ascend or is it ATM?
It's just 2 tags down. All they can do, I think Ascend could do this. All they got to do is puppy guard Chenard.
Yes. Oh, but he gets the free on Wormhole Alien. No! They get the double tag, 1 on Tranex, 1 on Wormhole Alien, and Ascend is on the board for the first time this match, halfway through. Now they're just going to have to push through and get back into this Grand Finals match.
Absolutely. I mean, having that first point might even be a good turnaround for them to swing the momentum to their side. Of course, it's going to be harder going up against ATM, which is undefeated, but...
Ooh, 2 members down.
Nice untags by, I think that was Mello, right?
Right, yeah, it was Mello coming through and saving his team. We've seen a lot of Wormhole Alien just swing back and forth between these the 2 frozen players and playing like a puppy guard. And we have a 1v1. Mellow Mike, but no, is a freeing of ATM back into the neutral of these 3 teams playing each other.
You just see, and you probably hear the 1 enemy remaining over and over and over again. They're getting super close to being able to bring another point up for Ascend VR. They're really fighting for it, so if they even do not bring this out, they are fighting really hard for it.
Yeah, you can get these unfreezes, and they might be nice, but it's really difficult to capitalize on or actually get a teammate freeze and not have them re-tag. So you have to be timely in when you actually unfreeze these people, because if not, they're just going to end back into the pillar, and your time and your resources have been spent.
So 3 minutes left on the board, 5 for ATM, 1 for Ascend VR. It's getting hectic. I love that the music is also getting a little more hectic in the background, if you can hear it. But again, it is just playing super close anywhere on the map, but everyone is in each other's face.
Yeah, these 2 teams are absolutely pushing through and dominating not dominating one another, but keeping it close between them and not letting there be an easy game between them. Ascend VR not giving up easy at all, because they do not want to lose. They want to be in this match and they want to be playing up against the best team possible, and they're bringing it to them. It might be a 5-1 score right now, but they were bringing it to them this entire time for sure.
And definitely, if you remember, ATM finals last in Sky's the Limit was a 10-0 2 times in a row, something like that. This is game of 1, 2 minutes left, only 5 points on the board for ATM.
Right. It is a battle between these 2 teams trying to keep their teams up, and great puppy guarding right now by Wormhole, just moving in this back and forth motion, making it very difficult for members of Team Ascend to move forward between them. Absolutely great work using these EMP blasters and hitting their opponents and tagging them. I think it's absolutely great what they're doing and keeping things down and keeping people unfrozen. It's a lot of movement going on right now.
Can we go back to Alex's Wormhole's perspective? If possible, fine. It's all right. What I was looking at is, and when I ask that, I always throws it off. So basically what I want to talk about is Anna Manuel, really, is when they both do that, is how much they look up and down physically with their body.
Right.
To keep, just know where everyone is. And it's something interesting. And what I was looking is Wormhole was looking up, down, like constantly. And I can imagine just the headset's shaking on his head for how much he's looking around.
No, it's a lot of work making sure that you are studious of the map and you're aware. Information is absolutely key. Knowing where your opponents are and knowing where your teammates are at all time is absolutely important. And we have a 7-1 lead right now by ATM. ATM doing what they do. having big leads with their wins. It might have been close this whole time, and each of those matches might have been going either way. But ATM is not letting it. They're just making it look easy. The score does not tell the story of what just happened. We have these ones right now. Is that going to be a win? Yes, it is going to be a win for ATM. That's going to be a pretty much closer for this first round in our grand final match.
Absolutely. That's going to be a 1 on the board for ATM. Still pushing it out. There's still potentially 2 games left for Ascend to come back up and take the game away from ATM. However, they will be going into the second round with a point on the board for ATM.
No, ATM is going to be going into the next round with advantage. It doesn't help that Ascend is starting from losers. It will take some changing in their strategy and changing in their approach to do and change what they're doing. But that's it. Time's up, and ATM is up 8-1 over Ascend VR.
Absolutely. So that was game 1 of Ascend versus ATM. So looking again, it's just, I mean, I want to go back to those brackets and talk about literally where they came from today. Ascend VR has played every team.
Yes, they absolutely have. They are currently playing the team in winners, ATM, after making it through losers, and it was an absolute close match. It is no way in my mind that AVR can't come back and make something of this next match. They have been playing great and they've been playing incredible, and I feel like they have the ability to show that in the next match.
Yeah, I mean, it's like ATM played where is I lost it? AVR's first start of Pink Kittens got shot down to losers, beat Monks, beat Dropkick, beat Pink Kittens. They were like, all right, we're not doing that again, and then they just dominate.
No, absolutely. They get into grand finals and they have a unfortunate match with ATM, and ATM doing what they're classic in making bank on this transaction between them and AVR.
You've been waiting all day to say that, haven't you?
I mean, they might make some bank today if they keep playing like that. Absolutely great work by ATM. Never being in a deficit this entire time and staying in the green. It's been incredible to see them put Sin in their place, and it's absolutely great play between them.
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, geez, we're gonna give them a little bit of time to kind of like talk with their strategies back and forth, see what they actually want to do. But going to that game too, I mean, the likelihood of them changing it around and just 10-0ing sweeping back to ATM, I don't feel like it's going to be super likely. However,
it's a hard one.
I can't say it couldn't happen.
No. Ascend VR, when they played up against Pinkin, showed their ability to adapt. They got in there, they lost their match, and they changed their strategy. They recognized who was the threat and played around it, and they recognized how they were attacking and attacked around it. Now, ATM is going to have openings like Pink Kittens, okay? It's not the same team, but what they do have, is strategy, and that is what's going to be what Ascend needs to win.
The strategy, synergy, the years experience of gaming together. I remember playing. Oh gosh, I think they had me on Squadrons a couple of times and other stuff like that. And their attention to detail of the enemy. Every move was called out, and they're like, "I'm going here." And I'm not saying they win every game Squadrons because they didn't. They did good. They did no. But the thing is here is they were able to, like, their attention to detail when it comes down to where they should pinpoint their attack. It's kind of crazy.
No, absolutely insane by the play of Ascend VR, and I can't wait to see more of that match, and it'll be really soon between these two teams.
Alrighty, guys, we're about ready to start game 2 of an ATM versus Ascend VR. It's gonna be a great game, I think.
No, it's been absolutely incredible watching that first game. A great back and forth. So we're going to be able to see how these teams work and how they're going to be able to play. But moving forward, we are moving into the grand final match between Ascend VR and ATM. So we are going to get started right now with that as the game gets started.
3, 2, 1.
Moving forward, we're going to be looking at Mellow Mike coming through a Sin VR, and we're going to be seeing what he sees. Being a more conservative strat and staying back. We have them moving forward with one person, and they're trying to bait them in this one. And do they get it? Yeah. Oh no! Trainx doing his job, and he gets 2 people. He gets 3 people. Trainx getting 3 people, showing exactly why he is the tag master, getting all 3 people in the Sin VR all by himself. That is some incredible play, and he continues it by getting 2 more members. The Sin VR.
Did he just ace twice?
Oh my
Did he just
God,
ace
that's
twice?
a back-to-back ace by Trainx. That's absolutely incredible of his play. We get a triple, we get a double, and then we get the assist from his teammate. But that was absolutely insane watching him do that. They're starting off the gate strong and fast.
I feel like, you know, that little burst power is the fact that ATM was conservative back there. Trainx was just like, all right, I ain't doing this. You're mine. And then he just dove in to take advantage of the not moving objects.
Right. They thought maybe if we let them come to them, we can see where they want to go and we can punish them for it. But instead, they got punished for what they wanted to do instead. And we have another victory by ATM. You do not want to give these people a lead. This might be your time to change up strategies and change what you want to do. Because it is not working currently when you're going up against Train.
Absolutely. We do getting tagged by Mellow, so they do have trans down. He got down twice. They're trading, so they know they got. Look at that. Mellow Mike is just like, all right, I'm not playing support. He's gotten tagged 4 times in the past 10 seconds. Absolutely insane from SNVR, realizing their threat. And then, you know, Trainx gets the trade onto 1-up crit, but they are realizing they need to keep Trainx down or they're not going to get any points.
No, they're trying to keep them down, but such great support from Emmanuel and Wormhole Alien is what allows Trainx to just do what he does. He just comes in, he bulldozes through, and it's really difficult to be able to see, or to have, to be able to take down all of ATM when they have such a great force between them. Goodness gracious.
Trainx getting tagged by 1-up. That is very, very good for SNVR. As long as they can puppy guard that and not allow them to come back up. 2 down on the blue immediately. Yeah, so that conversion over, they're like, you take down Trainx, we take down your team.
Yeah, they're capitalizing on their aggression towards Trainx because it's not like Emmanuel and Wormhole Aliens just play support. They have other things they can do and other things they want to do.
Trainx getting tagged by 1-up crit. I'm starting to think 1-up crit is targeting Trainx, which honestly might be the move. I mean, the thing is, you can't have all 3 people dive someone consistently because you're going to have 2 others looking at you when you're not looking at them. So it's very, very good if they just have 1 person looking at Trainx and then maybe the other 2 dive 1 person at a time.
Right, it's oh my gosh, it's a 6-0 currently. I'm getting flashbacks of last time of Sky's the Limit, where it looked close the first round, but then ATM just comes in with full force energy. They're not getting tired. They don't get tired.
They truly don't get tired. And all I can say is, like, this round right here is just going to be like 20 seconds remaining. Or 20 seconds. It's just moving so fast. It's a new breed. ATM conserves this energy for the entire tournament, and they're like, all right, this is where the money is, and then they just go all out.
There is a tank in them that is not going to be empty. They have 2 members down. This is their chance to get through, but they just don't. They're unable to convert.
I wish, you know, we might need to add in a stat track for average time tagged for a team. So imagine having a stat track for a team to where you could tell exactly how long on average your teammates were down, and you could put that metric, because that's something I really want to see, because I feel like they get Trainx and Wormhole, they all get each other up so fast.
Yeah, the second they go down, everyone's backing off. Everyone knows exactly where their teammate is, and they know, oh, watch that great bait. They get 2 people jumping into that trap, and then Wormhole Alien and Emmanuel Emmanuel and Trainx are just able to snap on that. If you notice, Wormhole Alien went forward and went to try to tag them, but unfortunately they were unable to do so and got themselves tagged. But we have Ascend being freed right now, not trying to lose. And oh my god,
this is game point, not even 5 minutes into the game. This is finals. They get a point here. ATM wins again.
Yeah, this could be another this absolute dominant fashion by ATM. Goodness gracious, they've just been playing great the entire time.
Oh, they get a trade down. That's good. That's good. Let's look. Let's look. All right, everyone's back up. They just need to get out, regather back each other. They got 2 down. They can bring up a point here.
Oh, will they get a point this entire time? It would be disastrous to make it all the way to grand finals and not get a single point up against ATM.
That's 2 down. All they got to do is get Wormhole.
Yes, there we go. Ascend finally getting on the board and not letting ATM stomp them all the way in grand finals. But is this going to be a comeback, or is this just going to be putting less salt in the wound as they're about to
Oh
lose?
no, 1 down left on the blue side. Can he get the untag? He needs to get this untag or the game is over for this. Looks like everyone's down. 2 down. He needs to save this.
No, it's not the point right now. And there we go. We have ATM taking it in a dominant fashion. Dominant at the beginning, dominant at the end. It is insane to watch these two teams play each other.